Hello, my name is Erica Bywater. I am currently going through SUU doing my master's degree in learning and administration, leadership and administration. Anyways, I'm doing a professional development video on an app which is called Seesaw, which is absolutely an amazing app that I think every elementary teacher should be using. So hopefully you enjoy it. Imagine an app that lets you communicate with parents easily, showcase student learning instantly, and build stronger home-school connection, all in one place. Sounds amazing, right? That is Seesaw. Seriously, we need the piece here in public education to better be able to communicate with parents about their child, and not just through a letter or an email that has a test score, but actually through artifacts that are online that students are doing. That is Seesaw. It's an amazing app. Anyways, join me as we dive into Seesaw and support student engagement, simplify some feedback, and bring families right into the learning process. Cool, right? Let's get into it. So if you go into class links, all right, if you have not, you probably do not have Seesaw like I have it. So you're going to have to search it, Seesaw, and then you click on it and it will then open it up and it'll be into your app. And anyways, you'll click on it and right here, it says, oh, class link sign in isn't set up for your school yet. All right, please contact your school administrator. But what you can do is you can sign up. So you can sign up as a teacher, as a student. This would be one of your students if you needed to, as a family member when you send things out. But I'm a teacher, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm a teacher. Then I can go ahead and get signed in and all that and get all signed up. All right. I'm already signed in. So with that, what I'm going to do is there's a create teacher account right here. It's all free. All right. But I'm already signed in. So I'm just going to sign in or signed up. So I'm just going to sign in with Google. Okay. It's going to verify me. I'm signed in and bam, I'm into Seesaw. So a little bit about Seesaw. All right, so you have your home, you have your Seesaw AI, Explored Library, My Library, Messages, and then I have some classes set up just pre-done that I've done that I'll show you how to do later in another video. Anyways, here's some things. You can post to a journal, create activities, generate activities, again, message families. All right, so you can, let's just go look a little bit in here. So let's go ahead and explore the library for a second. So you have different things like as assessments, early literacy, math, character building, science, all sorts of different things. There's feature collections, there's different things like this that you wanted to do. So for example, let's say that I want to have my students read this book. All right. So I click right here and there's 2 activities with the lesson. It has 15 minutes, it says. They can read it or they can listen to it, whatever works for your class. All right. So what you can do then is you can go ahead and let's assign this. So I have my 4th grade right here. All right. Let's go ahead. Let me go back. I'm going to assign this and I'm going to assign it to my 4th grade. And once I've done that, let me hide this. I click on next and it says, hey, do you want to assign this to all of your students? And yeah, I think that all of these students should do this, or you can just pick and choose whichever ones you want to. All right. All right, so save today's date, due date. Again, this would be awesome. Maybe you have a sub or something like that, and you can do all that. You have your Chromebooks ready to go. You can organize it into a folder. All right, so here's my reading fluency. Maybe I'm going to add a folder, and I'm going to name this, I don't know, reading. Okay, and click save. All right, so I'm going to assign it to my reading, click on save, and now today's date, due date, put a due date, all that great stuff, and assign. All right, so let's go ahead and go to class. All right, so here we go. Let's start this thing up. All right, so here's Fred. All right, and Fred is in his Chromebook. He's reading this to himself, or you can read it, but each kid now has this on their Chromebook. All right, and the good thing is they can read it from home too if they have access to internet and class links, and then Seesaw. They can have this book right there at home. All right, and their parents can also see it because you assigned it to them. All right, so let's go ahead and click next. So they read through this book. Everything's great. They're reading through it. You've given them an assignment. All is well, whatever. Click done. All right, and there we go. Whoops. Okay, so in response to reading, let's look at this. We have it. They can like. There's this thing right here in your folder, all of these different things. I'm going to go ahead and click X. All right, and let's go right here. So notice how Fred has a folder now, right? None of the others did because they haven't read this yet. But what's cool about this is now that Fred has this, all right, what happens is, let's go to his journal and see in his journal, it has Fred that has this book. I wrote Sam a letter, and now Sam has this, all right? And so what happens is their parents can actually see all of these artifacts and what is going on in class. And it's so cool for communication. All right. I'm going to do one other thing. So I'm just going to find ready to teach activities in 4th grade. All right. So I'm looking through this. Maybe I want to do, I can look at anything. There's some stuff right here, but whatever I want to do. So I'm just going to go ahead and let's do, I don't know if it'll have it, reading fluency. Okay, so here is a fluency passage. All right, look real cool, like breathing and reading and all of that. Anyways, all right, so I'm going to assign this. And so let's go ahead and I'm going to present to the class. Or I can assign it. All right, and let's click on next. And here we go. So this is what's super cool about this is, so every student now has this in my fourth grade class has this showcase. I can either present it or I can assign it. I am going to assign it, but this one I'm just presenting on my smartboard or whatever. All right, but anyways, so they'll read through this, and what can happen is, like, you could read through it and record it and send it, or what you can do, let me go back, is you can assign it. Okay, so I'm going to assign it to my 4th hour class or my 4th grade class, all students, today's date, all of that. Let's organize this into reading. So I'm going to do it right there and save it. And let's go ahead and assign now. All right, so let's go ahead and go right here. And now I have this Hunter's Showcase. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and just click start from the teacher's point of view. All right, and let's go with Ned. All right, so Ned has this. He's reading through this, and he reads. If let's say Ned has a hard time understanding instructions, and he needs to have this read out loud, it will read the instructions out loud. So cool. All right, so there's another little thing right here. So practice reading the passage below to yourself. When you feel ready, record yourself. So a student can then go ahead and they can do this and then read through that, record themselves when they're ready, and then read through it. And then what's so cool about it is there's some reading comprehension question, that they can answer. And then once they've answered that, they've clicked done. They can, I've skipped some questions. All right. So I'm just going to submit anyways. But then what happens is they can hear themselves and how they sound reading. You can as a teacher as well. But what's so cool is the parent can. If the parent is signed in with this, how cool is that they can look at this artifact and say, wow, my child is doing amazing in their 4th hour class, or wow, you know what? I'm going to help them. They had some struggle reading through some of these questions. Maybe we need to help them with some vowel sounds or something like that. So anyways, just a couple cool things. And again, it's right here in his journal. So when you're in your journal, that is just seeing, that's just Ned's. All right. Fred has this. Sam has this. Once all of them do it, then it's in the whole journal, and you can look through and see everything. You can look at the folders, all of that. So again, that's just a little bit about Seesaw. Highly recommend that you try this out. It is such a cool interactive app that can take engagement at the next level. Also, subplans, yes, great thing to do. Anyways, fun things that you can do with Seesaw.